It's been 25 years since Hurricane Andrew devastated South Florida. One of the worst storms in history. Just last year, 3 named storms hit Florida. Flooding, devastated roads, and damage to the state's most historic area. Even though the Bay Area has had several close calls, we continue to get lucky. But it's only a matter of time until our luck runs out. Our team of meteorologists is taking action for you, making sure you get the information you need this hurricane season. This is Stormwatch 2017.
Thank you for joining us. I'm ABC Action News Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips, and for the next 30 minutes, we're taking action for you to help keep you and your family safe during this upcoming hurricane season. Now, last year was a very busy tropical storm season. We started with Colin hitting the coastal areas hard. Next, Hurricane Hermine, actually the first hurricane to make landfall in Florida in more than 10 years, impacting all of us along the west coast of Florida. And on the East Coast, well, there was Hurricane Matthew, a Category 4 monster causing billions of dollars of damage from the Caribbean to Florida and eventually up into the Carolinas. Now, this year also marks the 25th anniversary since Hurricane Andrew devastated South Florida. The Category 5 storm, one of the most destructive hurricanes in U.S. history. Now, this beast caused more than $26.5 billion in damages. Powerful winds, heavy rain, literally one for the record books, destroying more than 25,000 homes across the South. You know, it's been a long time since we've had a powerful hurricane in our neck of the woods, but we've learned a lot over the years, and technology is ever changing. Our meteorologist Ivan Cabrera shows us how this year's changes can impact you.
Well, for 2017's hurricane season, we have new technology along with new maps from the Hurricane Center to better forecast and track these storms that we'll be developing here. The big one will be the new GO-16 satellite. We've been talking about that over the last several months. We also have new storm surge warnings that are going to be provided along with a smaller hurricane cone. That means the accuracy has gotten better year after year. And we have all those hurricane maps as well that I'll be showing you. But this is GO-16, our brand new satellite. It's like going from black and white TV to color. This thing has much higher resolution, down to a few city blocks. In fact, we're going to have images every 5 minutes, so no more waiting for every half-hour image, which is what the old satellites were providing us. 11 additional atmospheric layers, and along with that, some onboard lightning detection as well. It's going to be able to peer in through the center of the hurricane to better forecast what's ahead, and it's going to improve the forecast models as well. Look at these differences as far as the old image and afterwards. I'll zoom in a little bit closer to be able to see much higher resolution. In fact, let's zoom into Tampa here, be able to see showers and thunderstorms developing. In fact, this will help us also during our summer thunderstorm season, but particularly during hurricane season, it will be a big help. The maps have also changed. This is the old map. It is now 10% improved as far as the accuracy. Along with that, we also tell you not to focus too much on the cone. That's where the center of the storm is headed. But a lot of times, even outside the cone, we have life-threatening conditions, and that is what we have this year to look for. That orange area you see there, that is where tropical storm force winds or hurricane force winds are going to be essentially happening, and that is going to be key here. Along with that, not just the hurricane cone, but also we are going to know when those tropical storm force winds and when those hurricane force winds are going to be arriving in any particular area. So state-of-the-art technology along with the new GO-16, game changer for this year's hurricane season.
Thanks, Ivan. Now let's talk about this year's predictions for the Atlantic hurricane season. Now, there's a lot of players in this game. You've got NOAA, you've got Colorado State. We start with Colorado State, Dr. Phil Klotzbach. And he's going with about 10 to 12 named storms. In other words, pretty much what we would expect for any average hurricane season. But I've got to tell you, I'm seeing some things that are making me think it's going to be a little more active over the next couple of months. I think El Nino may begin to weaken a little bit. The water's warming up. So over the next couple of months, we will be updating this potential number. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if we start to see a higher amount of named storms than the original predictions are coming in. Of course, we'll always update that on abcactionnews.com. And with any kind of storm comes scams. The most popular complaints after a storm, unlicensed contractors and roofers going door to door. You've also got repair and tree services asking to be paid up front, unfinished work, and shoddy workmanship. Now, before you hire anyone to do work on your house, Take 15 minutes and do a background check. Just go to myfloridalicense.com and see if they're licensed. Check with the Better Business Bureau or the Consumer Protection offices for any complaints as well. So, of course, hurricane season always can get really cranking as you go into the latter stages of the season. That's what happened last year with Hurricane Matthew. Caused billions of dollars in damage as it barreled along the east coast of Florida, and for that matter, the southeast coast of the United States. Coming up, we take you back to historic St. Augustine with a look at the recovery efforts more than 6 months later.
ABC Action News Storm Watch 2017 is sponsored by New South Window Solutions, made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers.